He was the subject of a Daily Show segment called Cornhold. Yeah. That's a little funny. He's made fun of on the Daily Show. That makes me dislike him a little bit. Because if you're made fun on the Daily Show, that means something may be up. Let's see. He is in the 38th district. 38 district, and he is currently getting his ass kicked by Julie Goldberg. And she, as it seems, is not our Evolution endorsed, but I'm sure her policies are good. If you're beating an IDC member, you're all right with me. Let's see, who is this? Who is this person? Oh, it's just 5% in, but still, 69-31. Goldberg is out in front at the moment. Let's see, Julie Goldberg for Senate. Let's see. She is issues. Let's see what she is, how she is on the issues. Education. Let's see what she's thinking about. Every community deserves a rich education. She's fighting for Austini's help. East Ramapo, like that. Some of the places that I know pretty well. Pre-registration for 16 and 17-year-olds to vote, which is pretty good. Early voting. Let's see, environment. She is for lead the way in renewable energy, gun safety, effective background check act, 10-day waiting period, ban on bump stocks, and extreme risk protection orders. That's for gun control. Let's see. Julie supports the New York Healthcare Act. Healthcare to every New Yorker. See if we can rule. That's the Medicare for All bill, which is pretty good. Yeah, so she's pro-Medicare. Seems pro-Medicare for all. Yeah, so it's pretty cool stuff. That's actually very nice. Let's see what she's at. LGBTQIA rights. I'm sure she's pretty good on that. And women's issues. I'm sure she is all right on that. So let's hope she hangs on there with David Carlucci. All right, let's see who is next up. All right, in the IDC firing line, we're ready to David Carlucci. Diane Savino, Democratic, New York State Senate, parts of Staten Island, Southern Brooklyn, including Sunset Park and Coney Islands. Yeah. All right, so she was born in Astoria, Queens. All right, and let's see what she got. Part of the IDC, 23rd Senate District. Let's see how she's doing. 23rd Senate District. She is not doing so well. Or she actually is doing so well. 82% in. She is beating Jasmine Robinson, who is also, she's in the 23rd District. And she is not doing so well, I gotta say. But, yeah, we shall have hope. We shall have hope for Jasmine Robinson. Maybe she can stick it out. Maybe she can't. We will see. All right. So in the we're going to continue now. Diane Savino, hopefully. I mean, still, if a lot of these people go down, it'll be very good. It's going to be good. Going to be good stuff. All right. So next up is Tony Avella. He's the next member of the IDC in the 11th district. He's been here since his constituency is Queens. Kind of co-represents with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, which is a little bit of a contrast there. IDC versus strong progressive. Yeah. Let's see. And let's see how he's doing here in the 11th district. Let's see. A little bit tight. It is 52-48. John Liu with 89% reporting is ahead here. Let's see more about John Liu. John Liu, he is challenging this dude who is the sketchy guy. He's defeated in a mayoral run for New York City. He's trying to come back. He served as the 43rd comptroller. Let's see. Yeah, he there's been some articles about New York Times written about him. He's going full throttle to unseat him. Let's see, John Liu, Senate webs. If we can get a website about this dude, it'd be pretty nice. See anything about his policies. It'd be very nice to think about. So he is a progressive, and he started after the AOC win, which is interesting. So hopefully he hangs on right now. He's up 52-48, pretty close stuff against the IDC member and corrupt Tony Avella. So yeah, let's hope he can hang on there. All right, so Tony Vell, we already did. Now we go to Jose Peralta. He's District 13, Corona, East Elmhurst, Jackson Heights, Woodside. He is the 13th New York State Senate district. All right. 13th, let's see. Jessica Ramos edging him out. I think we already talked about Jessica Ramos. But she is right now with 84% in, up 57-43. Pretty solid win, actually, here for Jessica. If she can hold on, which it looks like she will with 84% in, which is, nice stuff. And then Jose Peralta also put his name in the Independent Reform Working Families Party. And this entire whole situation, which is a little disturbing. But we will see how he hangs on. But all right, next for the IDC, we have Jesse Hamilton, American lawyer and politician. Does not say who he represents, though. It's 20th district. Okay, let's see how he's doing in the 20th district. Zellner Myrie, 55-45. Another Justice Democrats. Our Revolution endorsed candidate, Zellner Myrie, up 55-45 with 80% in. So that's another IDC member. So it looks like right now we are, 6 for 7 here in the IDC destruction scoreboard. Marisol Alcantara, 31st district, final member of the IDC, 31st district. Robert Jackson, 56-39 with 89% in, holding on against Marisol Alcantara. So looks like 7 out of 8 of these guys have a very good chance to be taken down tonight. Which is it's very good stuff, to say the least. This is what we got today. We got a lot of stuff to get to still here. Well, those are pretty much our major Senate races. Did we miss anything? I shouldn't think so. I think we covered everything here. Blake Morris is, I think, the only real casualty we've seen yet so far on the state Senate side. But, of course, rest in peace to the wonderful... No, she's not dead. But, obviously, credit to the wonderful Cynthia Nixon, who has failed to... and really got crushed, frankly, by Andrew Cuomo. So, Andrew Cuomo secures the win. She's filling in a lot in upstate New York. And by the way, what did I say this morning? Upstate New York had polling open at noon. Guess where she has the most support? Upstate New York and around the Syracuse area, which is interesting. So Oneida County, she won Lewis, she won St. Lawrence, and some of the counties there are definitely filling in. But Cuomo definitely won like the southern half of New York, and maybe she can fill in some central parts of New York as well. All right, so let's see how... Zephyr Teachout closing the lead a little bit with 57% reporting, 44.5 to 30. Let's hope she can make a comeback sooner rather than later, because time is wearing thin. 30 now to 44.5, cutting down to a 14-point lead here today. It's tight. It's definitely tight. Really do want to see Zephyr Teachout win. I mean, obviously, Zephyr Teachout first priority, but if anyone else has to win, it'd probably be Letitia James, because she has done some good things as NYC's public advocate. And guess who, again, is winning in the eastern central New York? Same places where Nixon pulled out a few counties. It's just one Zephyr Teachout. That definitely seemed to be a stronghold. Also, really liking St. Lawrence County tonight. They're doing a great job. Very, very proud of them. Very proud of them. So like to see that happening there. So, James doing quite well. Maloney also, though, filling in a lot of counties. So let's see what we got. Westchester, I do believe, went to Maloney. Did it go? I gotta go look back here. Oh no. So where? Okay, I can't get West. Zephyr Teachout's actually hanging in my home county, 37.3 to 32.8. So hopefully she can get some claw her way back in those places. some other places that could go are Central New York, Fulton County. By the way, guess who also won Albany County? Who's up in Albany County, I should say. Zephyr Teachout as well. So we will be taking a close eye on these in this entire situation throughout the night. All right, so yeah, what I'm going to do for a little bit is give you all a big treat, and that is we're going to go to you today live to the Young Turks. New York election special primary results. We're talking about one of probably the biggest progressive networks. They're going to take you through for a little bit here today. So, yeah, just a little bit. We will be back with more results in a moment. This is Primary Night on the Spence Welsh Radio Network.
It's probably going to lead to Zephyr Teachout winning, but it's not impossible. And there's about a third maybe of the upstate counties that we have not seen. Those could go for Sean Patrick Maloney, or they could go for Zephyr Teachout, or they could be split.
And Leisha Eve, we should mention, up 20% since last count. She's at 3%.
That's true. That 0.5% could be important.
That's right.
And I think she's almost exclusively taking it from Letitia James, just on the confusion of the first names alone.
No question.
Yes.
Yeah. A lot of people thinking
nobody's taking it from Zephyr.
Yeah.
So I also want to say we want to give an update on the challengers to the IDC. So some of these calls are not coming from the New York Times, which is where we're getting our election information, but coming from other outlets. So we had one IDC challenger, I believe, that had already been called as the winner. We have Julia Salazar, which is a separate race, not against an IDC member. But in two of the cases, John Liu and I believe Zelnor Miri, I believe have been called now, though not by the New York Times.
Okay, so
as winners, by the way, against IDC, former IDC members.
So look, those of you at home, I get it. It's really hard to keep up with which is the IDC person and which is the opponent. So let's be clear here. 2 IDC members have already lost. So that's again, New York Times hasn't called it, but others have. So that's great news. There's 8 of them overall, so a quarter of them are already gone. And the state Senate was what, 1 person difference, right? So now the Democrats, if they hold everything else, and now remember the IDC is technically Democrats. They still have to win a Republican seat. But now that they've gotten rid of 2 IDC guys, theoretically getting easier and easier to pass legislation in New York.
I apologize, it was not Zelnor's race, it was Robert Jackson, who had been called as a winner against a former IDC member.
Marisol Alcantara has apparently been defeated. She was IDC, okay? Yes. So 2 IDC guys gone, and there's 1 on the ropes, isn't there? Ramos has got Peralta on the ropes?
I thought
Ramos had already been called a winner. Was he called a winner?
John Liu was called,
yes. That's a good one.
Yeah, so Tony Avella is...
Jessica Ramos is up by 13 points right now.
What percentage reporting?
87%.
Vamos, Ramos.
Although it hasn't been called.
Yeah, it has now. I'm calling it. Ramos the winner. So 3 IDC members down. And good night. That's an excellent night so far.
Can I give another update, actually?
Yes.
This is a callback to something earlier. This was sent in by Mary, the editor, who said... in regards to the phrase, if the mountain won't come to Muhammad, then Muhammad must go to the mountain, meaning if one cannot get one's own way, one must bow to the inevitable. We have the same exact proverb in Russia. Its origins actually come from folklore stories about a famous Turkish Arabic character named Nasreddin. It's believed that the expression entered European languages after Francis Bacon wrote his own story, replacing Nasreddin with Muhammad. Just a little bit of history for you.
That's fascinating.
That's random to me because I think I missed something here. Was that?
We had talked about that phrase
because that was almost the weirdest.
I gave you a little
to ever elect to read on a show.
That was just a mini episode of Think Tank for you.
Okay, and so one quick last part of that incredibly random exchange, and the Nasreddin that she is alluding to is Nasreddin Hoxha. Which is maybe the most famous character in Turkish folklore, and he is a character that has...
All right, so yeah, everyone gets a little bit off topic on election nights. It's okay. Yeah. So that's a little bit taste of the Young Turks for you. I was up getting some water. Yeah. But, yeah, the IDC being taken down tonight is probably one of the biggest stories. We are obviously watching all these races, and, yeah, obviously we were checking